Hey y'all. Yep, I'm back. I ain't got myself together yet, so here I am. Okay. Here I am. Remember that time is fluid, so whenever you see this message, it's when you meant to see it. It's a general reading. It may not resonate with everyone, so please only take what resonates and leave the rest. Just to straighten out that negative energy. Send that packing. Send it back to where it came from. We ain't doing the negativity, but we can pick up on it, right, collector? Absolutely. We ain't dumb. We ain't dumb. We ain't a part of the negativity, but we can pick up on it. Yep, Spirit said do not engage. Or do not engage. Yeah, peace despite the chaos, calm attitude, detachment from negativity. It ain't your drama, absolutely. That's between them folks over there. What's the gossip? Yeah, Spirit said somebody wants to know what your next move is. Somebody's trying to find out what the next move is, what your next move is, or you're trying to figure out what the ops next move is. You take it how it resonates. Somebody's trying to figure out, so somebody's doing research. Somebody could be getting readings. I feel like somebody's getting tarot readings to try to see somebody's next move. Thank you, Spirit. What we got here? Breaking cycles. Ooh. Some of y'all are breaking cycles. Ending harmful patterns, right? Freedom from repetition, new beginnings. It stops with you, right? That's that unbothered energy. That's that energy of removing yourself and detaching yourself from negativity and drama and toxicity, right? Not engaging. Repetitive energies or behaviors, right, that keep you in a toxic cycle that you realize is more harm than it is good to you, right? What's going on, Spirit? Ooh, the sage is burning. What's the message here, Spirit? Yeah, you breaking generational curses. You breaking all those toxic cycles out of your life. Recognizing that you're in the situation because you brought yourself there. You entered into the contract, but you entered into the contract under the energy of fear. Yep, we got hustle mode. Y'all see that sage burning? Friend zone, breadcrumbing, energy vampires, and situational single. Right up under, yeah. Listen, you know what Spirit said? You said you'd rather be by yourself than be dealing with somebody that's always has a lot of drama and toxicity and argumentative, right? You're by yourself by choice. You're waiting for better. You're not settling. You're breaking cycles. You're breaking the cycle of being in a relationship. Wow, this shit is really, really burning. I want my smoke alarm to go on. Hang on, y'all. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, you're in grind mode. You're focused on yourself. You're focused on your stability. You're focused on building your brand or rebranding. Thank you, Spirit, okay? Yeah, you had an ambition and drive, right? Friend zone and breadcrumbing and energy vampire. Platonic, unreciprocated feelings. Stuck as friends like a sibling, giving minimal attention, keeping options open, vague promises, draining connections. Yeah, you're no longer sacrificing yourself just to have people around you, especially those that are, okay, yeah. So you could have walked away from a friendship, a relationship, a love situation, a job, anywhere where you felt like you were giving more to the relationship than you were receiving, all right? You could have been in a position where you wanted more from someone and they weren't offering what you were looking for, right? They were draining you of your resources, almost as if somebody kept trying to get you to audition, keeping you in this vicious cycle of auditioning, proving yourself, proving your worth. Come on, man. While they was in the meantime, they was only giving you. Matter of fact, you probably didn't even know who the fuck they really was, because they offered very minimal information, right? They put in very minimal effort. They made it seem like they was the prize. That's what I'm hearing. What's going on here, Spirit? So somebody's been, trying to get information on what is your next move, because you could be single. Like I said, you're not jumping into relationships. You're not sacrificing just to be in a relationship. Okay? You staying out the way. You getting out of other folks' business. Listen, you ain't going to be nobody's rebound. Right. No more trying to fix it. You ain't no Mr. or Mrs. Fix It. You ain't no Mr. or Mrs. Let me make your life better. Make your own life better. And that way you'll attract someone that's making their own life better. Y'all come together and there won't be no codependency. It won't be no jealousy and envy, right? Because you'll be whole and complete within yourself. You'll be okay with making your own stability. That way, nobody can ever make you feel less than, because you don't depend on them, right? Let's go. Avoiding loneliness and quick replacement just to forget, just not to feel what you need to feel. Swipe right. Ooh, it's a match. Some of you guys could be doing online dating. All right, some of you guys could be on social media. This could be somebody that follows you. You follow them. Take it how it resonates. Spirit said, let it go. Release grudges, emotional freedom, forgiving yourself and others, and free your heart. Forgive yourself for settling for people, places, and things that you thought you needed, that you thought, was what was going to bring you to the place or the completion that you wish to be, right? Spirit said, let that go. Let go, and especially when we're being breadcrumbed, that kind of makes us feel like, well, we don't have quite what it takes for somebody to give us the whole cookie. Yeah, that's what somebody tried to do. They were draining you. They were taking it all from you. You were the whole cookie. They're the ones that don't have what it takes to they didn't come with a full batch, with a full dozen, I'm hearing. Look, but you will bounce back, as you have. You bounce back. When you let go, that's you giving yourself permission to accept who you are, to recognize you are good, and to give you that motivation to change whatever you feel you need to change for yourself. You're no longer auditioning. You're no longer trying to show up as somebody you think they want. Look, speak up. You speak up for yourself. Yes, you were heartbroken. You understand. Wow. Expressing needs, defending yourself, courage to confront. Your voice matters. Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, you speaking up for yourself of what you believe, what you feel is fair. You also letting somebody know. I put in a lot. I did a lot. You know what I'm saying? You're not just letting somebody gaslight you and manipulate you, and just have you continually, trying to feed their ego to feel like you guys match, you guys vibrate. No, when you match with somebody, it's not. Spirit said it's not a problem. It's really not a problem. It's a smooth flow. There is no antagonism. There is no testing of the spirit or of the will. Come on, man. Don't we know about that shit? Especially an insecure person will always try to test somebody. Why? Because I've been hurt and everybody leaves. No, you keep running into the same people that don't deserve you. Because you haven't accepted that you deserve better. That's why you Spirit said, keep choosing the low-hanging fruit. I'm just saying. Crossroads. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Ooh, somebody had a false alarm here. What's going on with this rebound? Well, somebody was scared. Something must have scared somebody. Maybe somebody could have had a pregnancy false alarm. Somebody could have had a medical false alarm. A scare is what I'm getting. A scare. Important choices, life changing. Yeah, and this is something that definitely put somebody. Look at that. Look at that. Something happened to you, collective, that made you realize that settling and being with people just because was not worth it, because there was some kind of false alarm here. There was some kind of scare. Something that really shook your ass up. Shook you straight. Scared straight is what I'm hearing. Alright? Whether it could have been like a medical thing, a physical thing, emotional, something scared you and made you have that fucking wake up call. Yeah, that somebody was a clout chaser. Doing anything for attention, fame, hungry, desperate for followers, anything for a like. Maybe that's you. Alright? Somebody is an overnight success. Or it could, or you could have something could have been an overnight success for you. You realize that somebody was not who they said they were. If they were an energy vampire to you, then you must have had some kind of status, and this person wanted to be connected to you for clout. Listen. Somebody wanted to be connected to you for clout, to charge, to rise, to be energized, to be a success, right? Because if you look good and they're attached to you, that means they look good too. You hear me? That levels them up as well. You know how they always say in a relationship, I leveled up, right? I leveled up. Yeah, I found somebody that has more status than you. Nigga. All right then. Yeah, Spirit said let it go. Somebody tried to make you feel unworthy, but don't believe that bullshit, because they're the ones that's unworthy. Anybody that's running around to level up ain't got no self-esteem. Level up for yourself. How you gonna find out somebody else gonna level you up? Blind date. Ooh wee. Some of y'all could be going out on a blind date. Surprise meeting, unexpected chemistry, awkward introduction. Not sure. What's this blind date, Spirit? We have booked and busy and side hustle. Y'all are booked and busy and with your side hustles, right? You have the bag, right? Productive. Yeah, you got a full schedule. You got no time to be messing around with folks. You got financial security. You are always on your grind. That's what I'm saying over here. You minding your own business. You doing your own thing. You ain't in no codependent relationship. You're not in no relationship because you don't want to be. Because you don't want to be. You like yourself. You like your own company. You're not settling for anything because just to say that you're in a relationship. You refuse to do that shit. And this bounce back out here, that comeback is going to be epic. Yep, and you're going to be speaking up for yourself. Yeah, your voice matters. You could be helping others. Whatever this side hustle is, yes, listen, it's bringing you a lot of stability. Yes, it is. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, that sugar-coated shit. Look, you're raw. You don't sugarcoat. When you speak up, when you talk about what you had to go through and how you navigated the emotional waters of a relationship, of settling just to say we have it, you know what I mean, of not feeling good enough, of having to continue to audition for a motherfucker. Listen, I'm good with all that. Listen, the past is the past, baby. We ain't running for that. We ain't sugarcoating nothing. We telling the raw truth out here. Yes, come on, Spirit. And you're not buying none of that gaslighting, clout chasing energy either. You know, knowing who you are, knowing, listen, not just you, everybody in their own right is the prize, right? But you're not out here chasing nobody. Why? Before you are everything you need. You are everything you need. What else is Spirit? What's the gossip here? Oh, catfish. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. Pretending to be someone else online. Fake profiles, deceptive images, not who you think I am. Wow. So who? Listen, luxury life. Oh my God. Yes, you must. I don't know if you guys are gonna meet somebody or you have already met somebody. Look, it's always been you versus you. You're not in competition. Somebody's lifestyle, catfish. Maybe this was this was an alarm for somebody. Maybe somebody found out that somebody that they was dealing with online, that they was communicating with and exchanging, all this stuff was a fake. Listen, somebody's lifestyle and the easy way and the rewards and the blessings of it ain't like that. Somebody had to learn the hard way. Some of you guys could have felt, Spirit said it. Some of y'all done got caught up with some people that you met on social media, right? Based on the photos and the reels and all that good shit, right? And the jewelry and all the backdrop, right? And you're realizing somebody was not who they. Some of y'all could have even blind date. Oh wow! Some of y'all could have met up with somebody and they're not even the sex that they claim they are. Okay, let's take that. And so in their luxury lifestyle, some of y'all, yeah. That's definitely showing this. Spirit says somebody got a rude awakening. Some people will do anything for clout. Anything for a like. Deja vu. I've been here before. I've done. Yeah, look, sneaky link. This is how it always fucking ended, right? This is how it always ended, right? But you are unbreakable, Spirit said. You are booked and busy. Yeah, you're not into that. You're not into the fake personas, you know what I'm saying? It's like people outside of social media. I need to see who you are outside of social media. The overnight success. I really do, because that means nothing to me. What you show me on the outside means nothing to me, to your character, your integrity. You know what I'm saying? How you treat other people, how you treat yourself, how you treat your family, right? What's your mental status? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing for your not just for your community, but how do you give back, right? What's your faith, your spiritual life? Come on, all this, I know it's for attention. I know it's for the algorithm. I know it's for the money. You know what I mean? I know that's what it's for. You've been here before. I think you don't get caught up, burning the midnight oil. Some of y'all are really, really into your work, whatever it is, your side hustles. Y'all stay up long hours doing whatever it is you're doing, right? You got a lot of appointments. You're moving. You're shaking. You're collaborating. You're being productive in your life. You're manifesting. You're manifesting. Yeah. Somebody you may meet. Some of you guys may really connect with somebody that you met on social media. All right, and somebody may think that this is just some kind of sneaky link kind of thing, but I don't feel like that's it for you. You're gonna see that somebody's a womanizer, is what I'm hearing. All right, that they don't have your best interest at heart, and this is gonna give you that deja vu moment. This person's gonna remind you of how somebody made you feel in the past. Come on, Spirit, and that's gonna be your trigger. That's gonna be your trigger. And you're going to recognize that demon. Look, because you got the bag secured, baby. Listen. You're going to recognize that energy. Look, divine intervention. I can't make it up. You're going to recognize that energy. that is all about clout. Okay? Okay, yep, because why? It's cuffing season. You recognize the patterns. Thank you, Spirit. You recognize the pattern. You sure do. What's going on here, Spirit? Unexpected guidance. Universe stepping in, redirecting your path. Saved you just in time. Look at that. Right on, false alarm. I ain't gonna mess up my spread. Oh, closure. Oh, she flew out here. Look at here. Look at here. Yes, sir, girl. Yes, sir. It's time to go. You finally, that's right. You listen. You learning the lesson. You remember that deja vu. This shit feels familiar. Yeah. The last time I felt like this motherfucker was playing me for a sucker. That's it. That's right. And why did I let it happen? Because I felt like what? Like I needed to have them. I don't feel that way no more. Bye. Boom. Close the door. You don't feel that way no more. Not about yourself. Now you know you got it by yourself. You don't need nobody. You don't need to sacrifice. Listen. You don't need to do none of that shit. Take care of yourself. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Yeah, you got retirement goals. Come on, Spirit. Come on, man. I ain't playing letting go, getting that emotional release. Yeah, freeing yourself. Me, pampering yourself, prioritizing yourself. What we got here? Love bombs. Yeah, this person love bombed you. Yeah, too much too quick, right? Make you feel like, oh, I hit the jackpot. I finally got the love that somebody knew what you wanted. Somebody knew what you wanted. What's going on here, Spirit? What we got here? Inner child. They unhealed and unaware. Somebody's very childish and immature. They have not healed their childhood traumas. Maybe you too. Maybe that's why you allowed the love bombing, because somewhere in your childhood you didn't get that. Growing up, you didn't have that special person that loved you unconditionally. You didn't have that. It was always about give and take what you got. For me, keep auditioning, keep proving, keep trying to do more and more and more to prove that we're good enough to have your unconditional fucking love. Get out of here. Mirror, mirror, baby. Listen, Yeah, this is somebody that showed you how you was acting towards yourself. This person was a deep fake, I promise. And you could have been in a deep fake yourself, right? Convincing lies, altered truths, virtual, deception. Oh, yeah. This is somebody that was definitely somebody that they wasn't who they said they was. But they know how to play the fucking game very well. Especially with a spirit hospital with weak-willed women. They come into the homes of weak-willed women. Thank you, Spirit. And men, you the same. Jezebels come into the homes of weak-willed men. Lesson learned, baby. We're going to end that right there. Lesson learned, baby. Lesson learned, baby. You learned the lesson. You learned the lesson. You learned the lesson. This was a test. Not from the Most High, but a universal test, because you want more. And by you disengaging and cutting those cords and staying to yourself and doing the reflection, right? And coming to this crossroads and saying, I want better for myself, of course the universe is want to see. That's why, listen, this is the tricky part, right? It's not coming back the same as it was with the same features and the same colors, the same shape, the same size. It's going to come in a different form. And you're still going to be tested, because that deja vu, that energy, it doesn't lie. When you feel like that and you're like, well, this looks different, but it feels the same, that's because it is the same. Use your own internal compass, your intuition. Remember, I felt this before. It don't matter if it looks fucking different. If the emotions are the same, it's the same. It's just a snake that don't shed that skin. It's just listen. All right, y'all, that's y'all message. I'll see y'all. Deuces, stay up.